Hello, my name is Ajay Teja Rathod. Today I will be explaining about the lab. Our first experiment is time domain analysis of signals. Initially, I will be creating some functions which will be used in the main function. Those functions are short-term energy, short-term magnitude, short-term entropy, short-term zero crossing, and autocorrelation, signal statistics, and normalized cross correlation, and number of turning points. So these will be the basic. Here this is the basic function for knowing the short-term magnitude. For a variable, for a vector x, we are finding the magnitude of the total vector, that is summation of mod of x. This is short-term magnitude, and the next function is short-term energy. Here for finding short-term energy, we will be summing the squares of the vector. So for to get the corresponding value, we need to write here dot, so that we will get x square. This shows the short-term energy function. This is short-term entropy. Here the formula we use is summation of probability into log of probability. Initially here we don't have any probability, so we make the x values to 0 to 1 ratio, so such that we will get the values from 0 to 1. So for making that, we need to take the absolute of x, then we have to divide the x with the maximum value of the x, so that we will get the range from 0 to 1. After that, by writing the sum of x into log of x, here x represents the probability and log x. This is how we get entropy. And next, short-term zero crossing rate. Here short-term zero crossing rate means it shows how many number of zero crossings are there. If it goes from -1 to 1, then there will be a 1 zero crossing. In this way, we will write the code here. Initially, here we are writing for if you make, suppose for sample 1 we get -1, for sample 2 we get 1. If you make the product of 1 and -1, we will get less than 0. That is, this shows that by this way we can find the zero crossing. So I am using the similar way here, x of I into x of I plus 1, which is less than 0. If you get that, I will count z equal to z plus 1, which is number of zero crossing. And here in a similar way, if you get -1, 0, 1, then we cannot use this code. So we need to write another code. So I am taking so I will be multiplying the front and back elements of the 0, so that we can know it is a zero crossing or not. So x of I minus 1 into x of I plus 1 less than 0. So by this way we are writing. And the next thing is, here p represents the first zero crossing point. So to find the first zero crossing point, I will be taking, if z equal to 1, where z equal to 1 means first zero crossing point, I will be taking first zero crossing point index. In a similar way, here also, if this function does not work initially, then our next code will be here. So here I will be taking p equal to I to get the first zero crossing point. In this way we can get first zero crossing, number of zero crossing points, which is z, and first zero crossing point index, which is p. Next, signal statistics. In signal statistics, I used built-in functions for mean, variance, skewness, and kurtosis. Mean is summation of x into x divided by number of values of x. In a similar way, we will get the variance, skewness, and kurtosis. Next, here normalized cross correlation coefficients of two signals, x and y are two signals. Here I am using the formula for I am converting the formula into in this algorithm such that we will get the cross correlation coefficient. Here x equal to x by norm. Here norm of x means normalization of x. Y equal to y by norm of y. Norm of y means normalization normalized value of 5. So here r equal to 0, sum of x minus xm whole square, x minus sum of x whole square. R1 means sum of y minus sum of y whole square. R2 means the sum of x minus sum of x into y minus sum of y. By taking this r equal to r2 by square root of r0 r1, we will get the formula of cross correlation coefficient. Our next function is AJR NTP, which is number of turning points. Here we will be obtaining, by this function we will be obtaining number of turning points, which is T, Rmax, which is the local maxima of that, and Kmax, which is the index indicating the local maxima of that. So here I am using this technique, which is like if you get the slope as 0, then it will be one turning point. Suppose 1, 2 and 1. There 1, 2 and 1 means there the at 2 slope is 0. So I am using this technique to find the number of turning points. Here x of I should be less than x of I minus 1, and x of I should be less than x of I plus 1. This means this is an example for minus 1, minus 2 and minus 1. And another way is we will get two downward curve and upward curve for slopes. So this is for downward curve and this is for upward curve. So in a similar way, to find the Kmax, I have written the code which is Rmax less than x of I, so that it will get the maximum value of Rmax. Next, our main code. Here this is all for testing the functions. To test the functions, I have written this code, which it is correct or not for this sample for this magnitude, energy, entropy. To check that, I have written here some sample codes, and then these are our total functions which I am using in this code. Here autocorrelation, I am using the inbuilt autocorrelation function, so I didn't write any autocorrelation here function separately. So initially I am converting the frequency to from 44.1 kilohertz to 16 kilohertz by writing audio rate of f21 wave y fs. Here initially we are obtaining y values. From that y values, here we are converting to 16 kilohertz. In a similar way, I have taken two signals like this. Okay. Next, here I have taken only t equal to 5 seconds to analyze. So I will be drawing all the plots according to this basis. Here window length, I am taking window length equal to 30, and window sliding, here length of the window which is not overlapping with others, that is 10. So total overlapping length with other window is 20. So I am using these as my references. And next, here f equal to fs of t represents total number of samples in t seconds. This represents samples in 10 milliseconds. So samples in 10 milliseconds. Here I am declaring some variables for zeros of 1 length of st, so that for each here st represents each block. So we have, suppose f1 samples we have. In that, for every 160 samples we are considering that as one block, and we are taking the length of st like that. Next, short-term magnitude. In short-term magnitude, I have taken this putting threshold. This threshold is taken after running the code, and again I have initially I didn't take threshold. After running the code, I have taken the threshold as 1.202. And next here for I have written the code for short-term magnitude, which is short-term magnitude, and I have plotted plots here. In short term magnitude, I have taken the inbuilt function, that is STM of y of ST of I, ST I of plus 480. Here this represents STI of y. Suppose I equal to 1. ST of I is to ST of I plus 480. So here 480 represents the number of samples for 30 milliseconds. Our window is also 30 milliseconds. So here we are getting total one block of samples. So STM of one block of samples gives us the total amount of energy in this. In this vector, energy will be saved. So in the similar way, for each I equal to 1, 2, 3 up to the length of the ST, we are storing in this MVI. So we are taking the same MVI in the short term in the plot MVY, and we are plotting. Here this is the plot of the threshold, that is MVY equal to if MVI is greater than threshold, we will be taking the same value. If it is else, we will be taking it as 0 by making it threshold. In the similar manner, I have taken the same code as the code is same, but here I have replaced STM with STE. Similar thing is remaining things are all same. Here I did not take threshold in this short term energy because the code looks very good. Like for noises, means we no need to take the threshold. The code the graph looks very good as it looks like for threshold. And here next is short term entropy. For short term entropy also I have replaced the function short term magnitude by entropy function. Remaining things are all same. In short term zero crossing, here I have used in the similar way, and I have taken threshold also, like in the short term magnitude. In a similar way I have replaced it with STZCR, and I have taken the plots here. Next, signal statistics. In signal statistics, I have created 4 variables with length of ST. Here ST means the total number of blocks. Length of ST represents total number of blocks, each block having 10 milliseconds. Means the block which is not overlap. We are considering that as the length of ST. And here I am plotting the similar way I have replaced that with signal sat to get that. And I have plotted this. In autocorrelation, I have in a similar way I have taken the autocorrelation, but here in autocorrelation we have to write numlags 480 so that we can get the autocorrelation values for 480 samples. So here for k equal to 20, I have taken 81 equal, I have taken 20 values. Here 480 values. Here E1 represents energy for the 20 values, and here E2 represents energy for the total energy. So decaying rate is E1 by ET. That's it. And next here I have taken from zero crossing rate function I have extracted total number of zero crossing points, but I will be not using that. I will be using first zero crossing rate point. So I have extracted that from the number of turning point graph function. I have extracted Rmax and Kmax. So I have plotted plots for Rmax and Kmax, and decaying rate also I have plotted. Here normalized cross correlation function. So initially I have declared 2 signals initially. So I used the same audio of different audio of same person of same readings. So I used this for in a similar way I replaced with AJR NCCC. Here I have used 2 signals y, y1. In a similar way I have plotted plots. Here number of turning points. In number of turning points also in a similar way I have replaced the initial basic code with AJR NTP so that we get number of turning points. And again here threshold is, after running the code I have taken a threshold value and I have written this code. So here we get threshold uh, I am showing the plots of each function. Here initially this is the plot for the short term magnitude. This is the audio signal. This is the short term magnitude plot, and this is the threshold graph for short term magnitude. Here you can see the difference between here. Here you have here 0 is taken here, and next is figure 2. In figure 2 I am plotting the short term energy. Here I have not used threshold because the graph is very low at the noises, so I have not used threshold graph. Here this is audio signal and this is the short term energy signal. And next is this is the short term entropy graph. This graph is this is audio signal and this is short term entropy. And next this is the short term zero crossing rate graph. This is audio signal, short term zero crossing, and this is the threshold graph for short term zero crossing. And next is figure 5, which is signals at graphs, that is audio signal, mean, variance, kurtosis, and skewness and kurtosis. And next figure 6. Here I have plotted the graph for decay rate for autocorrelation and its threshold for the given audio signal and the Rmax. And next this is the autocorrelation of two signals X and Y, cross correlation coefficient of two signals X and Y. Next this is the number of turning points graph for the taken audio signal, and this is the threshold graph for the turning points graph. Thank you.